In spring, as the plants in your garden start to get into full growth, you might find that they're getting a bit big for where they are and you need to trim them back. Now, there's no point wasting all of the material that you cut off because you can use it. This is a great time of year for taking what are known as softwood or soft tip cuttings, and this piece of growth, which you can see is off a spirea, is absolutely spot on. So what we need to do, we need cuttings of a reasonable length, and basically it's a matter of strip them off. As you work down the stem, just pull them off like that. You can get a lot of cuttings off one little bit. We won't be using them all at this length, but I'll show you how to trim them. And then that is the bit that you waste. Now, the ideal cutting at this time of year, they're quite soft, as you can see. So what we're going to do is strip off the leaves from the lower third simply by pulling. Now, at the moment, this is what's called a heel cutting, because where we pulled it off, if you can see it there against the compost, it's got a little tail. Now, that's absolutely fine. There's a concentration of hormones there that'll help it to root. If the cutting is too long, you have to sacrifice that and just shorten it a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a few of these, and I'll take one that's a bit longer just to show you what I'm going to do. When you strip the leaves off this one, it's going to be a bit longer than that one. So this is one of the ones I'm going to sacrifice the bottom, and I'm going to cut it just below where there was a leaf. The reason for that is exactly the same. That's where there's a concentration of hormones in the plant that will help it root. If you're not quite sure about where to cut it before you strip the leaves off. Can you see that? Just below the leaf. Get rid of that. Strip the lower leaves off. The reason for stripping the lower leaves off is simply that if they go into the compost and start to rot, it can affect the rest of the cutting. Now, I'm just going to prepare these last few, and then I'm going to dip them in a rooting hormone. The idea for that is that it's a greater concentration of the exact same hormones that you find in the cutting itself. It's just a little bit of a boost for the cutting to help it root a little bit more quickly. So I'm just going to prepare a couple more just to give you the idea. And you can take all sorts of plants like this in the spring. You can take most shrubs. And the great thing about taking cuttings is that if these don't root, you have another crack at it in the summer. And by then, the base of each cutting will be starting to what's called lignify, which is go a little bit brown and woody. And that means it's a little bit more tough, if you like, a little bit more resilient for sticking in the compost. So there we are. I've got a collection of cuttings. Of course, the last one's a silly shape. Now, I'll take some rooting powder and I'm going to put it into a saucer, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in because that's all I want. Never ever dip your cutting into the pot. All you're doing is contaminating it and shortening the life of the rooting powder. It's a filthy habit. Basically, always tip it in that, and yes, you do waste a bit at the end, but to be honest, it's much better that than having contaminated rooting powder that you don't realise isn't going to work. So gather up a few of your cuttings, dip just the base, not up the sides, just the very cut surface. Tap off the excess because you don't want them to rot, and then just push them into your compost. I'm using cell trays for the simple reason that if and when they root, I've got a ready-made little pot that I can transfer into a bigger pot. If they fail, I could always tip the compost out, fill it with fresh, and do it again. Here we are, apart from the silly shaped one, which I'll do separately. Tap the base into the rooting powder. Make sure each of them's got some. Tap off the excess. And then just pop them into the compost. This compost was reasonably damp, so I didn't need to water it, but if yours is dry, don't be afraid to just give it a light watering first. What we don't really want to do is have to water them and drown them and move them around too much, because right now they've got fantastic contact with the compost that they're in. The next thing, simply write a label with the date, what it is, and pop it in. On a nursery it's always front to back, left to right, so old habits die hard. Then we get rid of the hormone powder because we don't want that anymore. I'm going to pop this into a seed tray, and then I'm going to just pop a lid over it. Now, the reason behind that is to keep the humidity up, saves your little cuttings losing too much water and starting to flop. The more you can keep them looking full and happy like this, the quicker they'll root.